This is my game, TinyCiv. It's just a prototype at the moment, very rudimentary, and I've sped up the gameplay of me playing with myself for half an hour, so it's a little less mind-numbingly painful for you to watch, but hopefully it gives you an idea of where it's like in the current stage of development. So what it's all about is population and taking over this island. So each tile can have pop in it. At the end of every turn, it will shrink down to match the supply limit if it's above it, and then it will grow. So 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 3 becomes 5, 4 becomes 6, like that. So the way this works is it's about pop control, strategy game about population. Each turn they will shrink down to the supply limit of the tile they're on, and then grow. So if it's got 1 pop, it'll become 2. If it's got 2, it'll become 4, 3, 5, 4, 6. The supply limit starts off the game based on the tiles. So grass will have a supply limit of 2, sand 1, woods 1, hills 0, although this can increase later on in the game. When you have enough population, you can put them together to build settlements. So population of 6 is required to make a village. Then if you have 12 pop on an existing village, you can make a town, and then 18 population on an existing town to make a city. And the location and size of each settlement gives you bonuses, a bit like technology in other strategy games. So sand will give you advantages around boat travel, which is being able to move from one coastal tile to another within a certain distance. Grass is all about horse travel, so it allows you to walk multiple tiles so long as they're all grass and they have horse travel activated. Wood settlements are all about shooting arrows. So if you have a wood settlement, it will shoot 1 arrow a turn at any neighboring hostile team. 2 for towns, 3 for cities. And hills are about giving combat advantages to neighboring tiles, as well as being harder to take. In general, villages give local bonuses, towns increase the supply limit of that tile. So for example, if you have 2 woods towns, instead of the supply limit being 1, it would be 3. Whereas cities give global bonuses, so global coastal travel, global arrows, global combat advantage, stuff like that. So conflict makes up a large proportion of the game, and it happens if multiple teams occupy a tile and the total pop is higher than the supply limit. So what will happen is the team with the lowest population will lose 1 pop, and then it'll go higher team, losing 1 pop, until everyone's lost 1, and then it will go down again to the smallest team, and this will continue until the total population is less than the supply limit. Combat advantage also plays a role, so if a team has combat advantage, it will lose combat advantage instead of population until that's all run out, and then it will lose population like normal. You can also fight over settlements. So settlements usually have a city defense based on their size. So villages have 2, towns have 4, cities have 6. Although settlements on hills are stronger, so they will be 4, 8, and 12 respectively. And if a team has moved pop onto a settlement that is equal or higher than that number, the city is attacked. So the city will go down a tier, so cities to towns, towns to villages, villages destroyed, and if it still exists, hasn't been destroyed, then it will turn to the attacker's side. Usually, if you have a settlement on a tile, the supply limit of that tile is 0, but that is disabled after sacking a population, so you can keep your big stack after destroying a city. It also affects coins, and coins are how you win the game. So at the start of the game, you choose the number of coins required to win, anywhere from 50 to 500, though I would recommend starting smaller because the games take less long and you can learn a bit better. At the end of each turn, each settlement produces coins, so each village makes 1 coin a turn, towns 3, cities 6. So this is cumulative every round. First one to get the required points is the winner, so more settlements, better. However, each settlement keeps all of the coins that it has produced on it. And if an enemy takes that settlement, it will take all of those coins. So you can have some big shifts if a team is able to take some big settlements off someone. So yeah, those are the rules of the game currently. It is pretty bare bones, but I think basic rules are okay. It does need some serious work on UI. There is no settings menu. The graphics could do with some improvement. I am no artist. And it definitely needs a victory screen, because at the moment the console will say someone's won, but you don't really see it if you're playing. So those are some big things to work on. There's another thing that I'm curious about trying, which is about the map generation of the island. Currently the mechanics would work very nicely with island hopping or having multiple land masses. So I'm considering adding custom maps that you can choose to play instead of the randomly generated island. I think Japan or the British Isles could be interesting because they have multiple islands, and could be fun to have players compete over the different land masses. But yeah, that's the game so far. Please give the game a go and let me know your thoughts, because it's been something I've been working on by myself so far, and would be cool to hear some thoughts that weren't mine. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Bye bye.